Your customers aren't abandoning carts because your Shopify checkout is broken. Most cart falls start earlier, on the product page, when shoppers haven't been given the clarity and confidence they need to commit. Think of your product page like a salesperson. If they don't address concerns, build trust, and create urgency, customers walk away. In this video, we're fixing the invisible leaks, the product page problems that look like checkout issues. I've identified 5 critical elements that separate high-converting product pages from money losers: clarity, trust, value, framing, urgency, and friction removal. Which of these 5 leaks is costing you the most? Think one word: clarity, trust, value, urgency, or friction. And drop it in the comments after the video. I'll be breaking down each one so you can implement them today. I'm Daryan, co-founder of Skewology, and I work with more than 70 e-commerce and Shopify brands. I created the baseline framework, which is built from that experience and $100 million in combined revenue. This framework is driven by hundreds of ABI tests across brands like Tabs, Space Goods. The baseline framework helped Laser Art jump from 1.71% conversions to 3.79 conversions in just a few weeks. Now, imagine what doubling your conversion rate would mean for your store and your profits. Join our free Skewology community for e-commerce growth, link in description, if you want the baseline templates and quick store feedback. Here's what most store owners miss when they're focused on conversion rates. Most Shopify store owners think their product descriptions are clear, but visitors land on your product page and within seconds, they're trying to answer one question: what exactly am I buying and what will it do for me? Instead of clear benefits, they see future lists, confusing variant options, and buried shipping information that makes them work to understand your offer. The problem isn't that customers don't want to buy, it's that you're making them think too hard about what they're actually getting. When pricing is unclear, variants are confusing, or benefits are buried below the fold, customers create their own story about your product, and it's usually wrong. Smart stores flip this by leading with the after state instead of listing product features. For example, instead of 5,000 mAh battery capacity, successful stores say charge your phone 3 times without plugging in. That's the outcome customers care about, and they buy that. Here's one of the baseline strategies. Your product page should be 80% selling and 20% trust. And clarity belongs above the fold because confused customers don't buy. Think of your product page like a conversation with a customer standing in your store. If they ask, what does this do? And you hand them a technical manual, they will probably walk away. Here's 2 immediate fixes you can implement today. First, show your pricing and shipping info right where the price appears. If shipping is free or over a certain amount, say it upfront. Second, simplify your variant choices so the default option is obvious. Pre-select your most popular pack size or color. When you offer a cluster clear above the fold, customers add to cart with confidence instead of leaving to think about it. This single change, clarity over cleverness, eliminates the biggest invisible leak in your Shopify's sales funnel. But even with the perfect clarity, there's still something holding customers back from clicking that buy button. That voice in their head is asking, what if this goes wrong? And your product page better have an answer. Every purchase is a risk in the customer's mind. And without visible trust signals, that risk feels too big to take. Most stores focus on selling harder when customers hesitate, but the real issue is they haven't removed enough risk to make the purchase feel safe. Here's what happens. Customers are ready to buy, but they need to see the other people succeeded with your product and that they're protected if something goes wrong. The magic happens when you place trust signals right next to your add to cart button. Money-back guarantees, security badges, and certifications where customers make the decisions. Think of this area like the final handshake in a business deal. Everything needs to feel secure, legitimate, right at the moment of commitment. Here's the key. Use reviews that show person plus product plus after state. Specific testimonial lines like I slept better in 3 days with a photo beat generic 5-star badges every time. That's proof and not just praise. The best Shopify stores stack multiple trust elements right in the decision zone. Add these immediately. A verified review snippet, 30-day money-back guarantee copy, payment security icons, and a short how to get helpline with phone or chat or even email. Each element addresses a different concern. The guarantee says, we stand behind this. The security badge says, your payment is safe. The testimonial says, this actually works for real people. Repeat these trust signals across your page layers. Hero section, near the CTA, and footer, so customers see them at every decision point. When customers see a single product at one price, they have no context to judge if it's a good deal or if they're getting enough value. Here's the research-backed strategy. Show free purchase options. Single item, mid-pack marked most popular, and best value pack. When you display these options together, customers start comparing your choices instead of comparing you to competitors. This anchoring effect makes the middle option feel strategic and large pack feels like the smart deal. Display your original single item price crossed out next to the discounted pack price. Tag your chosen pack as most popular or best value to give customers permission to spend more because others chose it too. Add quantity social proof like 20,000 sold, but only use sales counts if they're verifiable. False numbers destroy trust faster than they built it. Think of it like a restaurant menu. When you see a $30 steak next to a $15 chicken dish, the chicken suddenly feels reasonable. Your customers need the same reference point to understand value. So test which pack you pre-selected as the default. The research shows defaulting to the most profitable mid-pack often works best, but A/B test this for your specific audience. The bundle becomes the hero because it offers more value per unit, while the single option looks like the cautious choice. The key is making customers feel like they discovered a small deal rather than being sold to. When you present clear value comparison with social validation, customers convince themselves to buy more and feel strategic about their choice. When customers see obvious value and social proof, they choose higher value options confidently. But even perfect value framing won't convert customers to decide, think about it, and come back later. Most visitors who don't act now rarely return. Urgency converts existing desire into action, so your product page might be perfect, but without a reason to act now, customers will bookmark, save for later, or just close. The problem is that life gets in the way and the buying moment passes, so they get distracted by work, kids, or just forgot why they wanted your product in the first place. That emotional connection you built on your product page, it's gone. Most stores are afraid of urgency because they think it looks pushy. But customers actually appreciate clear deadlines and stock information. They want to know if they need to decide now or if they can't wait. Without that information, they default to waiting. And waiting means never buying. Make urgency informative, not manipulative. The best urgency signals are specific and helpful. Order in the next 2 hours for delivery by Friday, or only 3 left in your size. These aren't fake countdown timers or made-up scarcity. They're real constraints that help customers understand their options. And promotions when promised to maintain trust. Here's 2 immediate urgency implementations you can add. First, shipping cutoff copy when applicable. Real cutoffs that help customers get orders when they need them. And second, low stack counts only where inventory actually supports it. Both frame urgency as helpful information rather than pressure. Seasonal offers work too, but they need end dates. Spring sale ends Sunday. Gives customers a clear decision deadline. Without the deadline, customers assume the sale will continue forever, so why rush? The key is making urgency feel informative, not manipulative. You're helping them avoid disappointment, not pressuring them. You're saying, here's what happens if you wait rather than buy now or regret it forever. When customers see a clear reason to act now, they stop postponing and start purchasing. But even when perfect urgency, there's still invisible obstacles quietly sabotaging your conversions. Tiny user experience frictions add up to massive cart abandonment. Every extra click, Every moment of confusion, every extra click, every moment of confusion, and every time customers lose sight of the buy button, you're giving them a chance to change their minds. Most store owners focus on big conversions issues, while small user experience problems quietly kill their sales. They obsess over pricing strategies and product descriptions while missing the barriers that derail purchases. Here are 3 research-backed anti-friction fixes you can implement immediately. First, sticky add-to-cart buttons that follow customers as they scroll. When customers read reviews or check ingredients, they shouldn't hunt for the buy button when they really want to purchase. Second, collapsible product accordions for specs, ingredients, and FAQs. Customers can expand what they need without losing the main flow or the buy button visibility. They get details while staying focused on the purchase path. Now, third, reduce distracting navigation on product pages. Your header navigation, footer links, and sidebar widgets become escape routes during the decision moment. Hide non-essential links that lead customers away from buying. If you sell one SKU, test a buy now button that goes straight to the checkout instead of adding to cart first or going to the cart page. A/B test this against your current flow and track which converts better. Some single product stores see higher conversions by removing that extra step entirely. Smart Shopify stores organize their site's architecture to support this focus. Use the view details soft CTAs on collection pages rather than add to cart. Save the hard selling for the actual product page where you have space to build confidence and address concerns. That's where the conversion happens. Some stores remove main navigation entirely on product pages, creating a focused buying environment. Others use exit intent overlays to catch customers trying to leave. Both approaches recognize that during the buying moment, every internal link becomes a potential exit for the purchase path. When you eliminate friction and keep customers focused on the purchase decision, more browsers become buyers. You're not being pushy, you're being helpful and removing obstacles between desire and action. The smoothest path to purchase wins. When you fix these 5 invisible leaks, clarity, trust, value, framing, urgency, and friction, you stop losing customers before they reach your cart. So your conversion rate increases when you address the real problem. Cart abandonment isn't a checkout problem, it's a confidence problem and trust problem that starts on your product page. So fix these 5 elements: clarity, trust, value framing, urgency, and friction. And you'll stop losing customers before they ever reach your cart. If you want to implement these strategies on your store fast, join our free community Squology. We have a baseline CRO sections app for Shopify that will help you create high-converting pages without developers. Once you install the app, you'll also be able to generate a custom homepage structure and copy for your brand with our AI tool. Link in description. Which of the 5 leaks will you fix first? Drop clarity, trust, value, urgency, or friction in the comments. I read everyone. Watch this video next to learn more about the baseline framework.